Warning, I am not a professional. This is just a hobby of mine, and then from time to time I get distracted and do stupid things like cutting my finger off. Please don't do that. That really effing hurt.
Oh, Brian!
I'm trying to make a video! Hi, it's me again. Finally back at it. Did one little short video before I posted this. Interior of the F-150, or no, F-100 that I'm, many projects I'm doing. But got 3 days before we leave for Colorado, so I thought I really wanted to do something like really super fast, and seen something on Facebook and thought I could do that real quick. But then it turned into this, and I found this in my stash, and I decided I'm gonna try and do this real fast. Found this heap of crap. I don't know what they were trying to do with this. It's the 53 Chevy Bel Air, and happens to be I got another one. But this is a full kit. So I really don't want to take anything out of that. It has the nice, moon rims on there. I like those. I don't know if I want to use those though. Just don't know what I want to do. And then this is a monogram kit. So, and then they reissued it or something. One of these was, I don't know. I'm not into it that much to tell you which one this is. But this is an older kit. 78 actually. This kit, somebody already started the body on it. I don't want to have to put this in stripper and wait 2 days because I don't have time for that. I wanted to do like a quick build. I don't like that that's molded in red because of other issues that I've come across, but I'm gonna have to make it work. And I'm trying to decide if I'm going to use this chassis that's on it or snag this one off of it because there's not really that much left. Ooh, it does have tires already done. Well, no, not necessarily. There's 2 in there. So, but this interior's halfway decent, and it's better than what is in this one, which is yeah. So looks like I'm gonna go with that one. Windows will be easy to pop out. I don't know why they did that. That's just, I don't know. That's just dumb. So, yeah. Anyways, that's gonna come off. That hood they cut out for that. I might be able to find another hood in a stash that I got somewhere. I don't know. So definitely not using this body. There's a seat. Sweet. I know I got steering wheel for that. That'll be easy to weather up real quick. I'm going to focus more on that body, and then I'm trying not to rob anything out of that one. So let's see what is in here. Maybe not even put anything on there. I don't know, for a grill. Maybe I can find one. So here we go. All right, so after looking through the kits, that's what I decided to do. Use the body. I took the hood off of that one. This is a complete kit, so I'm trying not to touch that at all. Just kind of trying to maybe leave it there. Use it for reference, maybe. I don't know. The chassis in this one is a little bit different than this one. So I'm just going to use this and rust it up. This one's already kind of just half-ass glued together. I'll just rust it up really easily. Stole the bumpers and the grill off of that one, and the interior. So got an extra steering wheel. So yeah, here we go. Not gonna put no motor in it, just leave it the way it is. Let's start grinding off some of the bottom rockers here. So here's the one I just used. I'm using that one now, just a smaller one. And what I'm doing with that is I'm just cleaning up the rest of the stuff that's on there, just to make it look a little bit better. Maybe getting some obvious marks out, and yeah, that's about it. Okay, so I got that done, and as you can see, there's the rockers. All right, now you gotta remember, like, I'm still going to be using that stuff right there. That's what I'm going to be using for the rust. That's after I paint it and all that too. So I'll take that door trim off right there. I'm going to sand that down real quick. Keep that side on there. We give it a... I'm just going to go ahead and sand that off, that trim piece off right now. So I'm going to take off that door line there. I'm going to try this sanding pad, 1000 grit. See how far I can get with that here. I think I might need more. Alright, so finally got that off. Center that off. Looks pretty good. I think we're just gonna leave the body straight. I'm just gonna leave the body straight. But before I start painting anything, I do sand it down all with a 1000 grit pad. Just get all that, sheen off, and I'm going to give it a bath here. And then I will move on to the next step here. That's washed off, stuck in the food dehydrator. That'll pretty much evaporate the rest of the water off of there. Then I think what I'll do next is this will be pretty easy. I'm not gonna do much of this. I'm just painting this probably black because you're not gonna see much. This is just gonna be like a field find, sitting in the field for a while, and yeah, that's about it. Gotta figure out what tires I'm gonna put on it. If I'm gonna, I'll put tires on it for sure. Windows are pretty crusty just from sitting around, so might do a little bit with the windows, but ain't much. Gotta figure out I'm doing for a grill here. Yeah, gotta figure that out. Then I might actually just cut that out. Maybe. I don't know. We'll get back to that. I didn't like the wheels that, you have these wheels. Of course, I'm going to take anything out of that box that's complete. Don't really like those style. Want something different, right? So come over here to my little wheel stash and found these. And yeah, it's going to work perfect on there. I like that look. It's just gonna be a field find with the motor ripped out and some rust on it, and might put some decals on it. I don't know. We'll see. Get to that point, but yeah, it's so far I've got like 1 hour into this, so this is how far I am in 1 hour. So like I said, just trying to do a quick build. So I'm gonna throw some paint on this. The food dehydrator just shut off, so I'm gonna get that body out after I throw some paint on this. Get on to my next thing here. Primer's on the body, hood on. Frame chassis, it is flat black. I'm gonna let that sit in there for about an hour and a half. Pull it out, see what it's like. And what I try to do is, when I'm doing this, the primer being the base is going to be the main part of, like, you have to make sure that's dry. The paint, not so much. I don't really care too much about the paint because of the fact that I'm going to screw it up anyways. But the base, you want to make sure the base is completely dry, because when you sand it, you don't want to sand that primer off. So you want to make sure that's completely dry. So I'm going to stick it in there for an hour and a half. When I start weathering the interior here, do something with these rims and tires. Don't know what yet. Cut out you've seen me cut out the middle of the grill there. So gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with that. And then yeah, bumpers will be pretty easy. That literally takes me like a minute to do. Like, it's very, very simple. Okay, so now it's literally 3 weeks later, not 3 days. Just got back from vacation. I thought I'd have this done in 3 days, but I had way too much stuff going on. So, Couldn't remember exactly what I was doing on this, but I mean, I had just watched the video that I was making on this and see if I was doing any kind of colors, certain colors on this. I don't think I was. So it's all kind of coming back to me now after 3 weeks. I hate that. You know, you leave and then forget what in the world you're doing. But yeah, I think we're gonna do the first. So obviously this is dry. You know, been primered for 3 weeks. I think the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some salting on this. So I want this to kind of look like it's been like through a bunch of different colors. So, and someone just like maybe spray painted on, or just like didn't take their time to do it or whatever, you know. So I'm going to do the salt technique on there. And if you watch my other videos, you see that I've done this on previous builds too. So yeah, here we go. So that's what it looks like. Obviously still wet. Don't want to paint it like that. So I'm going to take it down here. Let that dry for about 15 minutes or so. Just make sure like all the water's dry on there. See some of it. Kind of drip one off there. It's fine. So, come back to this in about 15-20 minutes. So, take a second. Before I left, ordered these from Andy's Hobbies headquarters. Yeah, never been there. Someone told me I wanted a 2-wheel drive conversion kit for the MPC models, which are, yeah, you can't, I don't know if I have any down here. I don't know. Yeah. I'm hoping it is for that one. I hope. Maybe I can get it to work on that somehow, but I don't know. But anyways, just trying to find those conversion kits and ended up ordering all those. So came to me pretty fast. Lots of models to choose from. So if you ever want to get on there, order anything, go to there. Andy's Hobbies headquarters. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. So the chassis is all black. Painted that before I left. So this ain't. I'm just gonna do another curbside with this. I'm not gonna try and get like all crazy detailed with underneath of it. So I think what I'm just going to do is I'm gonna take the Vallejo environment and dab it on there along the sides. I'm not really gonna worry too much about everything else unless you can see it when it's sitting there, because I'm not gonna, you know, I just don't want to do the underneath of it. So it's not the car I want to do, get that detailed into. So, you know, you build it your way, and this is the way I want to build it. So we're gonna just do that, and waiting for the salt to dry on the body, so I can spray that. After that's dry, I'm going to take that weathering master, use the orange rust in it. You can see I use a lot of that, and just start going over this. So that's all I did with this. I just did what you're just going to see as it's sitting on the ground like that. If you take a flashlight under it, that's all I'm really going for. I just want a curbside on this. It's mainly going to be more detail on the body. So, yeah, I think that's good. That's all I'm doing. Very simple. So that's dry. It's a little too heavy on some spots, so I'm just going to, it is kind of still wet. I'm just going to get some of this off right now. So flat black paint's on there, dried. Still got the salt on there, keeping the salt on there for now, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another coating of paint. Spray some more water in there, put some salt, more salt back on there. Yeah, I don't know what color I'm going to use yet, so I'm just gonna spray it real quick and put some salt on it and go from there. All right, so didn't go too heavy on that one because I want more of the I want more colors in that. So I really didn't go much with that one. I want more of the black to show, and or actually the rust to show. But yeah, I know you're not. I can't really describe how this is going to work. Just gotta watch the damn video. Okay, so got this painted. Still tacky, and I'm in the bathroom now. No, I'm not on the toilet taking a poop, okay? I'm trying to show you how to do weathering on a model. Come on, stop. All right. Gotta get all this salt off. So that's obviously not working. I'm trying to get like the big chunks off right now. And then I was hoping that this wasn't really that dry, but kind of seems like it is. So I'm gonna have to work this and yeah, see how it turns out. All right, so a lot of the salt, most of the salt is off. I really didn't get the back there too well. The paint is still, I mean, it's dry, but it's enough to work with. Like, I like doing it like this because now when you start sanding the paint comes off easier. There's a lot of areas on here that obviously have to work on. The black really didn't come through that well as what I thought it would, but that's all right. You can still somewhat see it. It's good. It'll be all right. I don't think I'd use enough salt the second time, but yeah. I'm going to start sanding, and I'm gonna start with that 1000 grit pad, and that's a 1000 grit pad in there. I'm probably gonna get a 1500 here in a little bit, and come back to it, and yeah, it's getting there. So I'm done sanding it. Getting the salt off it and stuff. The black seems to have come through pretty good. So I think I'm happy with that. A lot of the like blue speckles and stuff, I know it has to deal with like the different paints that I use and stuff like that, but it's fine. I mean, I was going for a certain look, and I got the look pretty much I wanted. A lot of different things are gonna be covered up too, because I'm still using this stuff here. I'm still going to use the weathering masters, yeah. So got chrome the trim, do the rust on the rockers and stuff with that stuff. So still a long ways to go, but it's coming together pretty good. Just real quick, another thing I like to do, like to just, even though I'm gonna keep the hood shut, I like to just paint the engine blade black, so you're not seeing any of that red from the plastic in there. Just in case if you kind of glance in there, if it's dark, you ain't seeing anything anyways. And then while I do that, I like to do like the wheel wells. I'll paint those black, and then go around like the window frames, like where the rubber would be, in there. When you look down and you don't really see much, I like to just paint that black. And this is gonna be the color of the interior, of course. I don't know if I'm gonna do a headliner or not. Then I gotta worry about the pillars and stuff like that. So I'll get to that here once I start doing the interior, but I'm still working on the body right now. Last thing I'll do is the chrome trim, because that takes the longest to dry for some reason. So that'll probably be the last thing I do before I set this up for the night. And like right now, I still only have like build time, like actually touching this build time, I might only have 2 hours, 3 hours into this, and that's about it. So takes the longest is paint to dry, everything to dry pretty much. The glue, not so much, because I do use that glue. That's the only glue I use. So yeah, trying to figure out what else, what's next here, and try not to skip steps here. So yeah, looking good. I lied again. I did the chrome. Probably gonna have to go back, redo it again. Or, I mean, not redo it, but just do it again. So like that, it's supposed to be white in there, so that's going to be fun. Of course, did the rockers. I think I already showed that. Yeah. When I'm filming this, I'm like doing a little bit, loading it, doing a little bit, loading it. So I don't know where I'm at. Did most of the chrome, so now I gotta let this sit for a while, because that stuff gets really tacky if you don't like let it sit for a while. Yeah, painted the headliner too, the same color or close to that. I think I'm probably gonna do a dropped headliner in that. So yeah, just let that chrome sit on there for a little bit. That's what I use right there. And then on to the next step. So I got the chrome back out here. I'll work on that a little bit. And you can see like the top of the grill right here compared to the bottom. I used the weathering master. And probably take a little bit of that off and just trying to get some different colors in there and stuff. Because all you see right now is basically the chrome and the speckles of the primer. Did that area right there with wash. Just brush it in there and then just wipe it off with your fingers, and whatever lays farther down, your finger's not going to get to it, so then that's how you get that. So I'm going to do the rest of this with the Weathering Master and see what I come up with. So after I use the brown, use the black, that's what I come up with. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna go with that. See that right there? Might not be able to focus too good on it, but see the Bel Air? All I got to pop out. It's pretty easy when you're weathering and just trying to screw things up on purpose. So I'll show you how I do that real quick. Other side, not done. All I'm using is that cheap paint from Joann's, Walmart, whatever. Filling in this chrome strip right here. So got that whole area painted white. All I'm doing is taking my 1000 grit, folding it a little bit, it's dried up a little bit, so I'm just going right back over that, just lightly taking that off those high points, and Bel Air should pop right out. Perfect. So I know it's blotchy in there with the white and stuff, but I'm going to I still got a lot of weathering to do. I just want to fill that in with some white and go back later and touch it up here. So but yeah, it's pretty easy when you're weathering. Don't really have to worry too much about making stuff look perfect. It's another coating of the marker, chrome marker there down the side. I like to do that like 2 or 3 times. I'll go and do that because yeah, just first time you just do it one time and it's not gonna look totally definitive, and I like it to pop out and stuff. So started working on the interior. I went and just put a couple drops of water in there and some water wash, the black water wash, to thin it out. Then I just used a brush, just brushed it in there and then dabbed it out with a towel. And actually that blanket that's in there is one of these blue towels. It's 2-ply, so you take the other half, and I just laid it down here and then got it with that what's left over in there and just kind of wadded it up and threw it in there. Sure, I'm probably gonna have to glue it after it dries up a little bit, but I'm not gonna put a front seat in it. I'm gonna make it look like it was taken out. I'm not gonna put it, well, I might put a steering wheel in it still. But when that is in here, and the windows, like I said before, when the windows are all messed up, you know, you're not gonna be able to see much of that, and that's so it doesn't have to be perfect, like I said before. So, and again, that's the interior out of that other model that was started. I'll probably make some boxes, put some boxes in there and stuff, and maybe some car parts, and you know, just make it look like they threw a bunch of stuff in the interior. Put another box in there. Found a steering wheel I like. Put that in there, and like a little 2x6 board. It's made out of these like little popsicle sticks things. Yeah, I might put a couple more things in there, I don't know. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to use the Vallejo body wash or bottle wash, and probably use, I've got a brown over here too. I like taking those two and just kind of like putting it on the body and with the brush, and then dabbing it off with one of those rags. And it just makes it look dirtier, makes it look like, you know, it's been sitting out for a while. So when you're doing weathering, it's more colors that you apply, the better it is. I like to do that before I start using the more of the environment rust. So get to that, and then probably use some more of that orange rust too, or the orange weathering master. Got the glass in. I didn't even weather it because from it being, you know, you seeing what the beginning of this model was, the beginning, it kind of weathered itself, so I kind of like that look. So I'm just gonna stick with that, and I did use some glue in there, but I mainly use that HVAC tape. You're not going to see it anyways. Try to keep it lower You know, so you're not going to see it through the window. You kind of see it through the top of that, but that's fine. It kind of goes with the look. Yeah, I do use a little bit of glue. I'm going to let that dry and keep going. Just got the chassis on last night. Just looking at the radiator. I think I'm going to put that back in. I think we're just going to weather up the front. Yeah, maybe I will. I don't know. I don't have no tail lights for this. So I have to do something with the back there. But yeah, as you can see, like the interior, can't really see much detail, so the windows all weathered and stuff, and decided to have no side windows in that. So it looks pretty good. Still gonna weather some of the body. Work on that. Figure out the taillights. If I'm gonna do anything with the taillights. The bumper's on, grill. Done. That's it. Glue's still drying. Careful putting it down because the tire's there, but yeah, ain't no point in showing the bottom because, well, I guess I will. I'll show you what I did to the bottom and get the bumpers on. Just a little piece of tape, but you can't see that in the front when it's sitting curbside, so did the same thing with the back too. Yeah, it's just another curbside model, and that's all I really care about, you know. If I wanted to go into crazy detail with the underneath of it, then it would definitely be a different model. Like, I'd like doing the Mobius models because those are pretty good detail. I actually got one right there that I'll do at some point. I got a bunch of them, but yeah, that's all I did to the bottom. You know, just want to make it look like a field fine curbside field fine, barn fine, whatever. No motor in it. The hood doesn't open up. Missing a bunch of stuff. You know, looks good. I like it. So, on to the next bill. Oh yeah, by the way, if you haven't subscribed yet, go subscribe. So that way you can get notifications when I upload stuff, and go ahead and drop some comments on what you'd like to see me do next or something, and maybe some how-to videos on what you want me to do, and yeah, I'll get those out there. Thanks for watching.
Are you about finished with your idiotic YouTube video?
Will you leave me the hell alone?